And hello guys, welcome back. This will be my TNA review for June the 7th, 2012. I know you may ask why I'm yelling, but for some people can't hear me, and so that's why I have to yell so people can hear me. It may sound crazy, but some people are having a hard time hearing me, so I'm trying to talk louder, and me talking louder equals me yelling. So sorry about that. I try to improve on all my videos that I do, and I take your suggestions, and taking Kobe 456, I listen to your suggestions. I'm trying to improve my videos so that they will become better, and so that you'll continue to come back and watch them every week. I will be doing a Superstars review after this. That's if you're a WWE fan. I also did a Raw review, and I also did a SmackDown review, even though I will be doing another SmackDown review tomorrow. But if you miss Raw or if you miss SmackDown, if you're a wrestling fan, WWE fan, which there aren't too many wrestling fans that also watch TNA, but if you happen to be the maybe 30 or 40% that do, check that out. I want to say the storyline that has been going on between Dixie Carter and AJ Styles, it's interesting. I think it's better than anything that WWE has going on right now. I'm not sure what's going on with the WWE right now. I want to say I liked this segment that they're doing, but it's poor acting. I think Dixie Carter, you know, the TNA president, she needs to take some acting classes, because I was just able to see right through that. I mean, when you're acting, people are supposed to know that you're acting, and I could tell she's acting the whole way through it. Just the way the show ended last week, telling her, cut the cameras off. I've seen that done many times on WWE. It just didn't look realistic to me. It didn't look realistic to me at all. TNA has started going on at 8 o'clock live. It's not at 9 anymore, so in case you missed that. The show opened with Dixie Carter in the middle of the ring, and she was telling the truth. And basically they just showed the video segment about how at the end of the last week's show she went to the video truck and wanted to know who put the video up that was showed on last week. I don't even remember what it was about, so you have to check out my last review, because I don't remember what the video was about. But it was something about her and AJ. Then she was interrupted by Christopher Daniels, who came out into the ring. He actually pushed her in the corner, and then AJ Styles comes running out, attacks Christopher Daniels, and then Dixie's husband comes out, punches AJ Styles, and just walks out the ring. Weird. Soap opera, I would say. It reminds me of WWE. If you're a WWE fan, this reminds me of AJ, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Kane. The same thing going on. So that's pretty much the first 5 or 10 minutes of TNA. You have to excuse me if I pronounce anybody's names wrong on TNA or if I don't have the information correct. Like I've said in many of my videos before, I'm not really a TNA fan. The only reason I watch is because of Jeff Hardy. But I decided to do the review, and the reviews, enough people watch the reviews for me to do them each and every week. So I will continue to do them as long as people watch them. But so that's just a disclaimer. If anything I say isn't correct, you'll know why. This is my 3rd week of reviews. I've been watching TNA the full show for 3 weeks. Normally, I just DVR it and just skip to Jeff Hardy's match, watch that, turn it off. But now for 3 weeks, I've been watching the whole thing and doing reviews. So I'm kind of getting into TNA. I still think WWE is better. Obviously, because I watched WWE first before I even knew about TNA. So if you watch TNA first, then you'll think TNA is better. It's just the way it is. Nothing personal. Then we have Crimson versus Austin Aries, the X Division champ. Austin Aries pulls off the win. And then we have a segment backstage with Brooke Hogan, who I thought was going to have more airtime on TNA. Basically, she introduces herself to the Divas. And she tells Miss Velvet that she will be in a music video and that all the Divas for TNA, even though that's a term for WWE Divas, all the TNA Divas will get an opportunity from Brooke. So Velvet will be in a music video. She had a jet waiting for her after the show went off the air. And then she also announces a #1 contender match later on, which is actually a fatal 4-way. And then Hulk Hogan comes out. This will be his first time he came out. Hulk Hogan had tons of airtime. Hulk Hogan comes out. And then Bobby, yeah, that's his name, sorry, Bobby Roode comes out. He interrupts Hulk Hogan while he's talking. She talks about how he's the longest reigning, the world, I'm not even sure what the belt is called for TNA. the longest reigning champion ever. And he rough Hogan's up. I mean, he really gets Hogan mad. And then Sting comes out and beats up Bobby Roode. And that segment ends. And Slammiversary is this Sunday in Texas. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Next week, live at 8 p.m., the world title will be defended on TNA. So, make sure you check in and watch that. And then there was a backstage segment with the Lawyer and Abyss, which will set up for the contract signing later. I'll tell you about that later. And then we have Gail Kim coming out to the ringside to watch the #1 contender match for the TNA Divas. Mickie James, whom I forgot Mickie James for TNA. I remember she used to be in WWE, but that was so long ago. I was like, if your career doesn't succeed with WWE, then you just go to TNA. That's basically how it is. So it's Mickie James versus Velvet Scott versus Miss, I don't know how to spell this name, Tamisa. I don't know how to spell it. The woman diva versus Tara, Tamisha. I want to say I'm saying that right. I don't know. Tamisha. Tamise. Whatever one starts with a T besides Tara, that's the one. Like I said, I just started watching. I don't know their names. Tamisha. It's Tecmace. Tamace. I don't know. I don't know. Tamisha won. It was a fatal 4-way match. She won. Then there was a contract signing after that. Between thing song was 10 minutes long. Billy Ray versus the Lawyer, aka Abyss Brother. It's a contract signing. Abyss's brother didn't want to sign the contract at all until Billy Ray spit in his face when he was trying to leave the ring. And then out of nowhere, pyro goes off on the stage, or also fireworks, if you don't know what pyro is. Goes off on the stage, and on the screen Abyss appears, which Abyss reminds me of Kane. Now I'm not sure who stole it from who. WWE stole it from TNA, or TNA stole it from WWE, but Abyss reminds me of Kane. And Sting reminds me of The Undertaker. That's all I'm saying. Personal opinion, you don't have to agree with that, but that's what I think. Abyss appears on the screen. I've been watching for 3 weeks, so I guess Abyss is returning, because from 3 weeks I never saw him on the TNA, so that's it. Then we have Robbie E versus Devon, the television champ, and Devon wins, and then Hulk Hogan comes out again for a second time, and he's interrupted by Mr. Anderson, also known as Mr. Kennedy to all you WWE fans. And then RVD comes out, and then Jeff Hardy comes out, and they're basically just talking. Nothing really happens. I just wish Hardy could have been in action. Whenever Jeff is on TNA and he isn't in action, I think it's just a waste of talent. Jeff Hardy is so talented, but yet he isn't used to his full abilities. I just want him to... I really wish he's in WWE, but I just want him to use his full abilities. I don't like him talking, just wrestle. That's what he's good at, wrestling, not talking. And also, a Slammiversary this Sunday, I think it's this Sunday, triple threat match. Mr. Anderson versus RVD versus Jeff Hardy. I would like to see Jeff Hardy win the match. TNA needs to give him a push. Jeff Hardy needs a push, and TNA needs to give it to him. And then we have a 6-man tag. It was supposed to be Sting, Angle, and AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode, Daniels, and Kazarian. But AJ Styles didn't come out right away. He was backstage. But nonetheless, Sting was able to pull off the win with the Scorpion. And AJ was able to come to the rescue after the match was halfway done. But that was TNA. I like it, TNA. I think it was better. It wasn't better than Raw, but it was good. It was a good show. So if I was to rate it on a 5 stars, I would give it a 4.5. It was a good show. I liked it. I'm not a TNA fan, but I liked it this show. It doesn't get 5. I give it a 4.5. The only reason why it doesn't get 5 stars is because Jeff Hardy wasn't in action. Now, no, he can't be in action every week because that's how injuries happen, but I'd have liked to have seen him been in a match tonight, which maybe they're saving him because he's going to win on Sunday. Now, if he wins on Sunday, then I'll be happy. If it turns out he doesn't win on Sunday, then he should have been in the match tonight. So anyway, that's my TNA review for TNA Impact, my bad. TNA Impact review, almost 15 minutes long, for June the 7th, 2012. If you like the video, you can like it. If you dislike it, you can dislike the video. Leave a comment if you disagree with anything that I said in the video. Make sure you subscribe. That's the most important part. And for all my WWE fans, TNA fans, disregard this. Like I said, if you missed Raw, check out my Raw review. check out my SmackDown review for next week and for the one tomorrow that will be on tomorrow. And after this video, there will be a WWE Superstars review. So check that out. Basically, you have to check out my whole channel because that's where all the wrestling information is there. Anything wrestling related is on there. If you ever miss a show, you go in there, watch it, and I will give you the full details of what happened. Make sure you subscribe.